we got to talk a little bit about the Lich King. So they did a Wrath of the Lich King survey. So I saw this a little bit ago. I wanted to talk about it since, you know, it's like a thing. And Wrath of the Lich King survey sent by Blizzard. So let's see what they got to say. Did you originally play Wrath whenever it came out in 2010 to 2008? Yes or no? I think that's a pretty obvious one. How interested are you on a classic version of World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King? I would say if I had to click one, I would put moderately interested. Like, that's where I would go. I would go moderately interested. And if I could, I might raid a little bit more in Wrath of the Lich King than I did in TBC. Because, number one, there's less things that you have to do. Like, in Burning Crusade, you've got to raid, you've got to, like... And, like, in Classic, I mean, I raided in Classic, it was, like, a million times worse, right? But, like, in Wrath, I just think the raids are easier. Like, just in general, the raids are easier because they're more formulaic. And there's actually, like, a lot more... Like, if you compare a raid like Old War to a nowadays raid, I think there's a lot more similarities than if you compare a raid like Sunwell, for example. You know, it's got like that, I don't know what the difference is to it. Like, it shows its age in a different way. So, yeah, that's one thing. I want Cataclysm Classic even more chill. Cataclysm was all right. I had a lot of fun in Cataclysm, but that was mainly my own personal experience, too. You've got to keep that in mind. Will I play Death Knight for Wrath? No, I'll probably just still play a Warrior, but, you know, we'll see what happens. If they release the game on the last patch of balancing, I bet Warriors are just going to be fucking disgusting. Like, they're going to be absolutely fucking disgusting for the entire expansion. Like, it's going to be great. I can't wait for it, man. Because the first patch of Wrath, you guys need to remember this, is first patch of Wrath was literal fucking garbage for Warriors, especially for PvP. Like, Warriors were absolute trash in PvP. The way you can tell if Warriors are bad in PvP or not is if they're playing Fury. If a Warrior is playing Fury in PvP, that means that they have exhausted all other options and they are desperate. And that's what everybody played back in Wrath because of some fucking Mortal Strike buff, right? Most likely be 3.3.5, exactly, right? And that's the Wrath patch, or sorry, the ICC patch where Warriors were OP as fuck. So how interested would you guys be? If like, you know, let's say you got this survey, which one would you guys put? I'm curious. When's the Cataclysm True Story? It's going to be soon, man. It's going to be probably a couple weeks. That's what my plan is, man. Yeah, somewhat, moderately, very, yeah. So I think a lot of people, here's the thing, is like, I got a little bit of flack for this. I got a little bit of frustration for this because people said to me, they were like, man, why the fuck are you saying this? But like, I don't think Wrath is going to last that long. I'm going to be totally honest. I really don't think Wrath is going to last long. I think it's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun to play, right? It's the same as TBC was a great game. It was fun to play for a while, but it's not going to last forever. And the reason why, and this is the thing, is a lot of people don't remember this kind of shit, is that Wrath of the Lich King had so much catch-up mechanics that you really only played the first or second raid. Like, for example, whenever Trial of the Crusader was out, you were never doing Nax. Who the fuck would do Nax? Why the fuck would you do Nax? You get the same gear out of a 5-man every single day. You can get the rest of the gear off the badges. You can do like Old War, Flame Leviathan. It's way fucking easier. That's really what it used to be, right? What's up, Fandy? And Holy Forge of Souls. Yeah. And like that was what happened in fucking the one after that. The ICC is like whenever Icecrown Citadel came out, this is what happened, is ICC comes out, and then, surprise, surprise, the 5-mans get released, and now everybody's in full 232 gear. And then, like, also, not only was it 232 gear, but then the gear from the fucking normal mode even was 219, which is the equivalent of Old War 10-man. So you never had to do Nax. You never had to do Old War because of the barriered entry. You would maybe do a little bit of TOC, maybe TOC 10-man, 25-man, go for that Death's Verdict, you know, something like that. It was a good one. And then there was also the trinket for casters off of the last boss. I forgot even what the, like, Royal Seal of whatever the fuck. And that was about it. Valinir? Yeah, but like, who gives a fuck about Valinir? It's like one person. Like, most people aren't going to be motivated to do Valinir. And that's what it is. A lot of people, so like this is what happened, right? Is that after that, then you had ICC. And what would you do in ICC? You would do 10-man ICC. And then you would do 25-man ICC. And then you would do 10-man heroic ICC. And then you would do 25-man heroic ICC. Does that sound familiar? Hey, does anybody remember that? Hey, look at that. Does anybody remember this kind of stuff? Yeah. Listen, guys, it was the same fucking shit, right? And I remember it was like, give me all the raids. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like in TBC, for example, like even whenever Sunwell was out, there's still value in doing Kara. There's more value in doing Kara whenever Sunwell was out than there is in doing Nax whenever Ruby Sanctum is out, if you want to look at it that way compared to Wrath and Burning Crusade. TRQ, thank you very much for the 10 gift community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If they're smart, they'll fix that shit. No, they won't. If they're smart, they won't fix that shit because people want to play the classic game. Like, that's why people liked Wrath. That's one of the reasons, is that they didn't have to go through all the fucking raids. They were lazy. And Wrath was made to attract an audience of people who didn't even like MMOs. And Blizzard succeeded. That's why we got all the changes after Wrath. So yeah, that's my opinion about it. The D4 stuff on Wowhead, no, I'm going to look at that today. Wow, yeah, that's a good point, bro. Like, I actually think Wrath had like two parts, right? There was like the Wrath of like Nax and Ulduar, and then there was the second Wrath of TOC and ICC. Like, it really did feel like two different games, in my opinion. So, wasn't PvP really good in Wrath? Yeah, bro, like, PvP, people always think PvP was really good whenever it used to be. Like, bro, it was just one shot. It's the same as it is now. Like, it's going to be Cable with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Oh, my God. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, it's the same fucking bullshit that people talk about today. It's the same issues that people have today. It's the same exact fucking thing. And I got to say, one-shots are good PvP? Yeah, you say that until you get one shot. You say that until you get one shot, and then surprise, surprise, now you don't like it anymore. And so that's the way I look at it, is that everybody has these opinions, right? Because like, and like if you say this, right, oh, one shots are good PvP, and then I ask you, oh, did you play Shadowlands PvP? And you say, no, retail PvP sucks. Hold up, wait a minute. Whoa, wait, I thought you said you liked one-shots. Yeah, I thought you said you liked one-shots, because, like, that's exactly the same fucking thing. Like, there's been one-shots, like, Blizzard, this is the way PvP works in WoW, right? Is that every patch, players say the same thing. Damn, it can't get worse than this. Bro, this is the worst it's ever been. Oh my God, this is dumb. Oh my God, Blizzard really shit the bed this time. Oh my God. Hey, look, guys, at least it can't get worse, right? And Blizzard's over there in California, and they think to themselves, is that a challenge? And then they invent corruptions. And then they invent a little bit of corruption. How about that? You're gonna have a little bit of fun with the corruptions, and then that's what you get, man. Yeah, perspective. Yeah, they're already laughing at you, man. They say, oh, yeah, they took that personally. Exactly. That's what they did with that world first race. I swear to fucking God, man. If they do this, sorry, that was me, not you. If they do this world first race thing again, where these dudes got to spend fucking 16 days, am I good? Is everything good? Yeah, everything should be fine, right? I want to make sure I got it. Okay. I just got to make sure I got everything sorted out here. Just because I don't want to have anything. Okay, yeah, all right, we good, we chilling, we good. And so 18, 20 days, you know what's gonna happen if they keep doing these is somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die, and I'm not joking. It's actually gonna happen. You play video games for fucking 15 days plus, sitting in a chair 16 hours a day, somebody's gonna fucking die. And that's it. What a pog move immediately tells. Yeah, that's what it is. Limit falling apart. Well, the thing is, Limit had they had a rough time. There's a lot of guilds. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys the truth, is that every single guild is not tested by when it wins. It's tested when it loses. It's tested whenever it fails. It's tested whenever all things are against them. Everything goes against them, and they still somehow manage to come out ahead. And who is that? Method got world fucking second. Jailer. Now, obviously, they got beat by a country mile by Limit or Echo, but they still were there, and I think that's impressive, man. That's a whole lot. And so, yeah, Skyline World third. Well, congrats to them, man. The thing is with Limit is they've got to, I'm going to be honest, right, is like a lot of these teams, like places like Liquid, they're not going to spend money on teams that lose. So they've really got to get their shit together, and they got to win the next one, okay? And I'm not just saying that because I'm sick of hearing EU greater than NA. They got to do that for their own fucking good, because they're not going to pay you if you lose, you don't get the viewers. Like, that's just all there is to it. Everybody knows it, right? There it is. And so, yeah, I know they've got the pressure on them. I think that next time around, you're going to see the highest quality play out of Limit, Liquid. I think you're going to see the highest quality of play for that exact reason. Phase 4 is the easiest phase 2. Method did well to catch up. Well, congrats to them, man. That's it. So let me go back over here, and I'll read some of these other questions. But either way, yeah, I think this race to world first shit for fucking 3 weeks, that's too much. Somebody's going to die. And whenever they die, and by the way, it's not if, it's when. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Like, look it up, ask any doctor what would happen. And whenever that happens, everybody's going to blame Blizzard. Everybody's going to blame Blizzard. And I know it's going to be stupid because it's not really Blizzard's fault. It's the people's fault for doing it. But, like, everybody is going to ban Blizzard. When they die, they get replaced. Yeah, they go on the bench. But that's what I think. Scrapping max on all crap. Maybe one day I will whenever I get back into playing the game more, obviously, right? And that's how I see it. And so let's see here. CEO Liquid said world first race cost organization $25, $1,000 a day, close to $1 million when he said all was said and done. Yo, take a look at this shit. I pulled this up to look at it to show y'all. Hey, it's my favorite tweet of the year. This is, I think this is Limit, right? Was this Limit? Yeah, there we go. I think it is. Yeah, it's Limit. Hey, it's my favorite tweet of the year. Costs not totally finalized since the race isn't over, but gear trades 240 fucking $5 million gold, right? BOE, what's the difference? BOEs 215. So we're talking about just the two of these right here. Total spend $723 million. Bro, I see these fucking numbers and I think to myself, I'm looking at the United States defense budget. Holy fuck. Like, what the hell is going on here? Actually, no, I'm not, because the debt would be more than this. Yeah, the debt would be a lot higher. But you see what I'm saying, right? This is nuts. Holy fuck. 700, and they went into debt. 535 million gold. They are never leaving jail either. Total spend is going to 4.6k WoW tokens, which is equivalent to $93,000. So in other words, that's probably how much Mega Shield spends on Lost Ark in a week. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really that bad at all, guys. It sounds good to me. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, it sounds totally fucking okay. Sounds, yeah, it's an official event. Well, here's what I think, right? Is that it's not a surprise. It's really not a surprise whenever you see this shit happen, because there's so many people out there that just want to sit around and they want to farm out the gold. They want to make as much money as they can. They want to do whatever they can do. How do you recover 90k debt? Well, it's simple. You file for bankruptcy. And also, like, this is what my mom did. So my mom had this problem. My mom had this issue, and it was called credit card debt. Because what we used to do whenever we were younger, right, whenever I was a kid, is my mom would get a credit card and she would use one credit card to pay off the other credit card. And so this was a strategy that worked actually really quite well. And so she kept having it rotated around, and she would keep applying for more credit cards. And so she was like $100,000 in debt. Was like, that's not really that much, right? Because it just kept going up every year, and she was stressing out about it. And one day I asked her, I'm like, you're not really gonna pay that off. You know you're not going to. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. And she's like, yeah, it's true. Let's go to Taco Bell. And so that was about it, because like even whenever I was younger, I'm like, oh, they can't take the house away from you, so what's the problem? And so yeah, people were pissed off about that shit, and you know, they would send her letters, they would always, you know, call her and everything like that. And it's like, you know, they would call. This is what happened with Zach too, was we had debt collectors calling Zach. This is my friend, and he would be like, hello, is this Zach? And he's like, yeah, it is. And they're like, yeah, this is Bill from the card collection insurance. And Zach's like, oh, sorry, did I say Zach? I meant Count Chocula. And then he hang up, right? I don't think he ever paid the fucking debt off. On top of that, this is what happened. Yeah, it's Count Chocula, boys. Is it Wagner Wolf? It was actually about the same time it happened. And so I told my mom, I'm like, never pay off your credit card debts. Never do it. She never did. It never mattered. It never fucking mattered. And like, never pay that shit off. You know what I like, yeah, fuck them, man. Fuck them, dude. That's stupid advice? Oh, really? Then why'd it work? Then why'd it work? Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, then why'd it work? Matters if you want to buy a house, I just buy it for her. It didn't matter. Yeah, I already was paying for everything. Yeah. Fuck it, man. Fuck the credit cards. I never have a credit card. I don't want a credit card, man. It was like, these are companies, they make money off of usury. They make money off of fucking saddling people with debt, taking advantage of dumbass people. And you know what? It's your fault if you have that happen. I don't feel bad for you at all. I didn't feel bad for her doing that because she's dumb as hell spending credit card money like that. Absolutely is dumb as hell. But fuck them too. Man. That's the way I see it. Pay to win IRL. Yeah, this shit's worse than Lost Ark, man. And that's how I see it. Yeah, it's pay to win. Normal people need to build credit. That's just how it's set up. Yeah, it is. But if it was up to me, man, I just never would deal with that shit. And like, if I can ever get away with fucking somebody over like that I don't like, I'd do it. That's what it is. Sometimes that goes to the family. Collectors get the money some way. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do that way at all. It only works that way in some circumstances. I've looked into this because I didn't want to make sure that happened. Yeah, no, it doesn't. See, like, y'all, like, that shit is, these things happened in, like, well, it can, of course, there are, like, weird cases where it can, right? But in, like, 99% of cases, it can't. But, like, that happened in like the 17 and the 1600s. They have laws against that specifically, right? That's the whole debtor's prison, and you can look all that up, right? You guys know I was going to go to law school before I decided to yell at a video camera instead, and so that's what it was. Happens in camera? Well, fuck Canada, dude. I'm talking about America, man. And that's what it was. And I actually have no idea. I have no idea what my credit score is. I've never had a credit card in my whole life, and I never want to have one. The way I look at it is, if I can't afford this shit with the money that I have, I don't want to buy it. And I understand, like, yes, sometimes it's better to buy things on like on an interest rate that is lower than the amount of money that you're making in the market or through other ventures because it balances out. Yeah, I can get that. I totally understand that. But let's not pretend that most people aren't fucking doing that. And they're just going into debt, wasting their fucking money, ruining their life, saddling themselves up with debt. And you know what I think? Fuck them, man. Fuck them. That's the way it goes. And if they never pay those card companies back, that's just the way it fucking goes. That's just too bad. You shouldn't have tried to go 40% interest on people, man. That's what they did to my mom. Fuck them. That's how I see it. Yeah, fucking can't give advice to people who are broke as fuck? No, what do you mean? The advice only works for people that are broke as fuck, because then they can't have anything to take away from you. It doesn't work if you're rich. Because then they can get there's like asset forfeiture, there's a bunch of laws. Yeah, it works if you don't have any money. Yeah, these are things that I did before whenever I was trying to save up money to buy $1 drink at fucking McDonald's. That's what it really comes down to. And a new game today. Yeah, I might play a new game. Anyway, this is fucking insane. Absolutely fucking not true. They take your house. Not in Texas. I looked it up before I told her that she should do that. Yeah, I looked it up. Because I said, fuck them, man. Like, the thing is, listen, I looked it up, not in Texas. I always look this shit up. I always try and figure this shit out. Because, listen, if they could have, they would have. And they didn't have a chance. And let's see, look at the rest of this. They'll garnish your wages then? Yeah, but she wasn't working. She was pretty much going to be retired. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I live in San Antonio. You're 1,000% correct. Yeah, she wasn't working. I was working. I was making all the money. Play the game by the rules. Yeah, we're just playing the game by the rules. What's wrong with that? Listen, that's the way it goes. Chat trying so hard to defend credit card companies. Listen, man, I got no problem stealing from them. I like doing it. I love doing it. I think it's funny. Fuck them. Absolute fuck them, bro. It doesn't matter to me at all. And so that's all there is to it, man. I don't care. Let's go back. I'm going to look at the rest of these, all right? So there's stuff on my Reddit that I got to look at. Oh, wait a second. I got so distracted. I didn't even talk about Wrath of the Lich King. I got so caught up in some fucking chat mall. Now, listen, it's people that get their whole worldview get upset about this. They get mad because they hear about, yeah, it's like they can steal from people legally. Why can't I do it in a little bit of a gray area, you know? That's the way it goes. Listen, you know, you gotta live for yourself, man. You gotta do what you need to do, man. That's all there is to it. And the rules, you're gonna complain about the rules. Oh, the rules are unfair to them. Well, oh really? Well, guess how much money the people that run those companies are saving on taxes because of the rules. Nope, no shot. No shot. I'm gonna sit around and commiserate with some fucking multi-millionaire or billionaire about how a few people are gonna scam you out of a little bit of money because you've got some fucking blood-sucking tactic that's reinforced by the force of the government to give you money to reinforce usury. Man, no shot. Here's the last one right here. Let's read these. How likely are you to play a classic version of World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King? Okay, there's just these two here. Yeah, most people, I think, are going to play the version of Wrath of the Lich King. I want to say this. They will absolutely play it. Now, are they going to stick around? I don't really think so until ICC. I think whenever ICC comes out, people will stick around and play the game. And here's why. It's because the ICC patch and everything that happened then was just good gameplay. It was just straight up good gameplay. It's the same reason Ulduar? Nah, I don't think Ulduar is going to hold that many people's attention. I think ICC will. Ulduar is harder than ICC. It is. It's harder. Like, I did all these raids back in the day. I think Ulduar was substantially harder than ICC. ICC was numerically hard. Ulduar was mechanically hard. And so that's really what the difference is. TOGC was a bit of both, yeah, for sure. Like Ice Crown Citadel, you also had the 30% buff. You felt like, bro, you walk in there, you just slap your dick on the table and you tell the Lich King this is how it's gonna be, man. And you have like Lord Marrowgar. I remember every single week I would run this dungeon. Like, I could probably still say this is the beginning and the end, mortals. None may enter the Master's Sanctum. I'm like 95% sure that's what Lord Marrowgar says whenever you start fighting him, because I've fought him so many fucking times. Yeah, and he also says Bone Storm. There's that one too as well. So yeah, I would say that just in general, Wrath is gonna be popular towards the end. Like, at the very beginning, I think Wrath, like, Blizzard should think about releasing Ulduar within, like, 3 months of the game coming out. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, they should release it within 3 months of the game coming out, because I think that the base game is just, it's so bad. It really is. 1 second, guys. All right, I'm good. Sorry about that, boys. I had to do cocaine. That's what I do every time I lean over like that. It's not to spit out, fucking mucus in my face. No, it's cocaine. That's right. Nax was boring as fuck. Nax was boring as fuck, but it was also easy. I think that an easy introductory raid is actually good for the game. I'm gonna be honest. I think that it is actually good for the game. Like, things like fucking Emerald Nightmare. I think that Karazhan, Molten Core ZG, Nax 10-man, and really, I mean, let's be honest, 25-man. These were fucking easy as shit, even for its time. And I remember whenever Wrath came out, some people might not remember this, all of the raids got cleared within 3 days of the expansion releasing. And everybody was sitting there just shocked. They were like, what? How is this even possible? How could this even happen? And they were freaking out. I remember reading on MMO Champion, and like, people were commenting, WoW dead? Is WoW dead? Oh my god, is WoW, dude, this game's so easy now. Oh my god, I remember whenever it was hard back in Molten Core, that took us weeks. And they just cleared this now? And it's like, this is what it was, right? WoW, dead game? Is this a dead game? Do we need to go start playing Guild Wars? That's what it was. They killed it in Blue Gear and even Sunwell Epics. Yeah, but that's what people did in Burning Crusade too. It's like in Burning Crusade, people cleared everything in BC. Or sorry, yeah, everything at the beginning of Tier 4 in Tier 3 gear. I actually thought that was cool. It gave people a reason to continue farming the gear because they knew that they could use that in the future content. I thought that was badass. So yeah, I don't know how long Wrath of the Lich King is going to last until they release Ulduar very early, because Ulduar is the good thing, right? That's a good thing. I think it is too. I think it's cool. And how would you describe the faction balance of the realm you primarily play on? I mean, listen. I think that this is just like, do not ask players how they view faction balance. Just go to the website and look up what the bars are. Like, let me go look at what the classic bars are right now, okay? Ironforge, Pro. Let's see this right now. Servers. Let's see how many servers are evenly balanced. 1, 2, in my opinion, like 60, 36, 60 is like not balanced at all. Nothing else. There's literally 2 servers. Windseeker, but it's a PvE server, so it doesn't really matter. Most servers, and this is what people do, right? Because everybody says, oh, I want to be on a PvP server. I like being on a PvP server because I'm good at the game. Well, guess what happens whenever you're on a PvP server? You get got. And if you are playing on a server, there's one time I logged on to Faralina, right? And this is how Faralina is doing, by the way. 99.5% horde. This shit is dead. Everybody says, oh, I want to be on a PvP server, while they spend every single inch of their time to remove PvP from the server. People don't want to be on a balanced PvP server. That's why every single fucking server trends towards one extreme or another. And that's why all the players pretty much opt out of it just by the way that they play the game. And this is just what happens. Now, what do I think Blizzard should do about it? I think that, I don't think it matters as much in Wrath, to be honest with you, because you have flying mounts. Like, flying mounts make almost all of the friction that the game has, like, not as much of an issue. But I think that what they should probably do is just allow people to, you know, either merge realms or something like that to try to keep some semblance of balance. Wintergrasp, though? So let me explain what Wintergrasp was back in my server, okay? I was on Kel'Thuzad. I still am. There was about 6 horde on the server. And there was one graveyard that they could respawn at that had a force field around it. And we had a battalion of tanks sitting at that, outside of that graveyard as like a little circle around it, shooting mortars and artillery into that graveyard. For the second that person walks out of that fucking thing, they get death gripped by 17 rank 1 death knights. Frost mages are polymorphing. Mitch Jones is probably in there trying to cast a fucking frostbolt. I'm sitting there in the back in a group AFKing to get another free honorable kill for my achievement, and this person gets fucking deleted in a second. And they have like 15 stacks of determination. They've got 500,000 health. They're a level 80 character with 500,000 health, and they get killed before they can even do anything. They don't even get a GCD off. It was not fun. And I guarantee you this is what's going to happen on all of these servers. Because whenever things start to go on one side, all they do is it just keeps getting worse. It is a self-radicalizing problem. It is a it makes itself worse. That's basically what I'm saying. What a dog should ask game. Yeah. So I don't know how they should handle PvP servers. I don't think PvP servers really fucking matter anymore, if you want me to be totally honest, because I think that it just doesn't make a difference. Because nowadays, if you have a PvP server, you know, most of them are one-sided anyway, and also there's no real world PvP, so who cares? Nobody was doing world PvP in Wrath of the Lich King. I think that I probably screenshotted every single horde that I killed in world PvP, and I have like 50 screenshots. That's about it. And I used to do that shit all the time. So like Gravios is a World PvP Classic server. Yeah, and that's great. I'm happy to see that for sure. But I do think that it's not a norm experience. And most players on PvP servers do not have, like, this is what I'm really trying to get at here, is that most players on these PvP servers do not have a, in my opinion, positive PvP experience. Because I think that if you're beyond 60-40, the people that are 40 are probably not having a good time, because that means 60-40. You know what that means? 60-40 means that for every 10 people you bring, they bring 15. Like if you bring 100 people, they have 150. Like, I think people don't understand. Like, you think 60-40, it's like, oh, it's only a 10% difference. No, man, it's a lot fucking more. And so as soon as you, like, you're never gonna win. What are the question marks for? No, it's not. 20% more? 10% more. Wait, am I confused? Math on stream. Yeah, what happened? So basically, okay, so Let me explain how the math works, okay, guys? Because some people might not understand it. And whenever I meant by 10% is that it's a 10% from 50%, right? So it's like, oh, we're only 10% down, because it's not, you're not just counting how much you're down, you're counting how much the other guys are up. So it's like not only, it's like a double, it's like not only are you losing these people, but on top of that, the other people are gaining them. So because 40%, think of what is half of 40%? 20, right? So then what is 20 plus 40? 60. So 60 is half again more than 40. So if you have 100, what's half again more than 100? 150. So that's 150. That is the way that the numbers work, guys. I know. Listen, guys. I think that we have some flat earthers in chat. We've got some flat earthers. I want to let you know that there are flat earthers all around the globe. And I understand that math is hard. I get it. Trust me, guys, I really, really get it. But you've got to stick with me on this one. You have to stick with me. You have to see where I'm coming from here, okay? So all I'm saying, this is all I'm trying to get at. I'm going off on a tangent. All I'm saying is that the PvP server experience for most players is not what it's supposed to be, right? If the population or faction balance issues you are facing were addressed, how likely are you to play WoW, Burning Crusade, or WoW Classic in the next 30 days? In my opinion, like, what would be your answer to this, okay? What would be your answer to this? If they address the faction or the population issues, would you be more likely to play? Because I would say, no, not likely. So people just don't give a fuck. Do you guys not give a fuck because you just think to yourselves, well, you know, if I have a problem with this, I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm just going to go ahead and fucking I'm just going to transfer. Yeah, because, like, that's what everybody in my guild did. Yeah, they just transferred. So, like, that's all it was. Yeah, transfer. Okay, yeah, that's, I guess, what it makes sense. Nope, PvE player. Yeah, but, like, the population still matters, right? So, if you're on a small population realm, like, let's look at one of these smaller realms. Patchwork, for example, okay? This is a EU German realm. Look how few people are raiding on Patchwork. So, it's like, if you're not getting into one of these guilds, it's going to be a lot harder to find a group. So, what I'm saying is that these smaller servers, whenever you're playing on one of these smaller servers, you're not going to be able to enjoy yourself. And, like, these are only the servers. By the way, look at all of these. You remember Fairbanks was huge. Incendius, remember that? Stalag was a big fucking deal. The server completely fucking died. Deviant Delight was one of the first servers they added. Like, it's actually sad. Really, whenever you think about Herod, wait, is Herod dead? There's no way Herod is dead? Oh my God. That is sad, man. That is absolutely fucking sad. And like, I went on to New World, and oh my God, like, my server was dead too. I transferred servers last night to New World, and let me tell you something. People were not happy about it. Like, if you guys missed this, I'm gonna go ahead and just play as, I know there's a clip. Let's see here. Where the fuck is it? Here, this is what it was like whenever I went onto this New World server, okay? Someone's mad about the servers. He's yelling. Why did you join the server? So, the New World community was very happy to see me join their server and become part of their community. I look forward to receiving gold from all players on that server, and also receiving a item as well as that, okay? So yes, I look forward to receiving lots of items and lots of gold from the players on that server. And so yeah, it's gonna be great, guys. It really will be. I went to Pluto. It used to be a planet, but now it's just a server full of spurgs. They're excited to see you. Yeah, it was a good fucking time, man. I'd say so. And I'm like, Galactus? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let me look at these comments here. I want to say, oh, let me finish again. Let me finish the Wrath of the Lich King thoughts, okay? Overall, I am excited for Wrath of the Lich King. Am I more excited than I was for TBC? I don't think so. I think I was more excited for TBC because I played, the thing is, in TBC, whenever I started TBC, I was 16 years old. And whenever you're 16 years old, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. And so I was an idiot. And by the end of Burning Crusade, I was in college. I had just graduated high school, and I was chilling. And I remember Wrath the Lich King came out, and I skipped class in community college to play the game. So anyway, what I'm really trying to get, but compared to then, I was like, I'm really smart now compared to how I used to be. Like, holy shit, I used to be an animal. And so what happened, right, is that the game, let me think of a way to say this. Like, my experience, I wanted to go back and experience TBC as an adult, as a person who fully had an understanding of what the fuck was going on. But whenever Wrath came out, like, I was already big dick in it. I had already killed Illidan. I had already been to Sunwell. I already was one of the best geared warriors on the server. And people knew my name. That's what it was. I was on the best guild. I was one of the best geared. I was one of the biggest assholes. It was great. And like, I had the whole, go watch the fucking video. Go watch the 2-hour video if you don't believe that shit. I was big dicking it 100% of the time. And so Wrath comes out, like, I already did Wrath, but I'll do it again because it's going to be a little bit of fun. But that's all I've got to say, is it's going to be a little bit of fun. It's not going to be probably the same experience as you had back in 2009 or 2010. I think that Wrath of the Lich King will be a very bright fire that burns out quite quickly. That's what I think is going to happen. What do you guys think? Yeah, what do you guys think? It's going to burn bright and it's going to burn out. That's my opinion, man. Shkur Sunwell on stream for the first time. I thought about doing that, but it would just require so much prep time and everything. And like, then people, like, I just don't want to play with people that suck. Like, that's all there is to it. It's like, everybody goes left, somebody jumps, and I'm like, well, you didn't go left, you jumped. And they're like, oh, oops, sorry, Baldy. It's okay, great, now we gotta wait. You know, and like, that's what would happen. It's like somebody gets a debuff on Iridar twins and they don't move out of the raid. Now everybody's conflagged and now we all gotta run back because somebody's stupid. Like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm a fucking antisocial asshole who only raids for gear. But it would be really cool if I got all that gear. It would be really, really fucking cool if I did have, like, imagine me, bro. Imagine me, like, four set Sunwell gear, like bracers, belt, boots, and then I've also got maybe, like, I don't know which one, like shoulders or something like that. Then on top of that, I have like the helmet from Kil'jaeden. I have like the trinket from Muru. I have the legendary bow, dual wielding warglaives. Actually, realistically, I'd be using the main hand warglaive, and then like an offhand weapon, maybe the one from Kil'jaeden, you know, the fucking the fist weapon or something like that. Oh my god, it would be so good, bro. Holy shit. And then I would try so hard to do DPS, and I would get beat by a hunter using one button. And so that's probably one of the reasons why I haven't done it, right? That's probably what it was. And so yeah, or a warlock hitting one button. That's it. And I remember our warlocks in my guild were so stupid. They were so stupid that we had 3 warlocks in the raid, and collectively, most of the time, they would forget to put Curse of Elements on the boss. 3 warlocks. All you have to do is do 1 GCD at the start of the fight, and it was never on the boss. They were so stupid. And it's like, and the thing is, you forget, quotes, yeah, because they wanted to precast the Shadow Bolt into the boss. And so they're like, oh, I'll precast it and I'll put the buff on later. Well, you know, fucking the other guy will do it, right? And that never happened. And Doom or Quit, yeah, that's the thing, is they would just spam that shit over and over and over. They never gave a fuck, man. And you're gonna get the first Shadowmourne? It depends on if I play. But if I do play, of course I'm gonna get the first Shadowmourne. Why would I not get the first Shadowmourne? You wanna know how to get the first Shadowmourne? You just go do the raid. You get the stuff. It's easy. The game is a joke, man. 3 brain cells equals 3 buttons. Everything seems right. To be fair, it was 2 buttons. It was a great time. I actually was going to play a Warlock in TBC instead of my Warrior. Like, if they do a new Season of Mastery, and the Season of Mastery isn't a Season of Astery, I will main Warlock. I will main Warlock, and I will play that instead of my Warrior, because I think that Warlocks are the coolest class in the game until, like, Warlords of Draenor. Like, they are just simply the coolest and the best class in the game. It's like whenever you're a Warlock at level 60, you're playing at the level of a level 70. At level 70, you are playing at the level of a level 80. At level 80, you are already in Cataclysm. At level 90, you are already beyond everybody else. You can do more AoE damage than everybody. You can do a mass chaos bolt to everything around you twice. It's disgusting. Warlocks are just amazing, man. Wrong Shadowmourne is greater than. You think Shadowmourne is really good? Just wait until you get hit by one fucking spell from a Warlock in full fucking Wrathful gear. You're gonna be down 30% of your health and you're not even gonna get to them, all right? Like the spell cleaves with DFO and these other fucking abilities were disgusting. Okay, but yeah, I think Warlocks are just way more interesting, and especially TBC and Vanilla WoW. I hope they make a new good season mastering. Unashu, thank you very much for the 5 give the community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go over. So yeah, I'm excited for Wrath, but I think that it will burn very brightly and then it will burn out quite quickly.